Hey guys, it's Solomon again from the BC Elite Real Estate Group, and in this video we're going to share with you the 4 places that I recommend if you're thinking about renting in Vancouver, Fraser Valley, or all the way to Chilliwack. So let's get right to it. Alright, before we get on to this video, if this is your first time to our channel, we do tons and tons of videos about Vancouver living, Fraser Valley, and all the way to Chilliwack, and we're getting dozens and dozens of phone calls, emails, and text messages about where to live, where to move to, all the different spots, schools, and neighborhoods, and we absolutely love your messages, so keep them coming. So this video is really to tackle messages I've been getting about helping you guys find rental properties. So in this province of British Columbia, I'm not licensed to handle rentals, so this video will address where to look for it if you're thinking about moving out here and which websites I recommend. So I called around some different rental management companies, and in fact a lot of them don't offer the service where you could hire them to find your rental. So this video is going to just tackle where to look, what are my go-to recommendations, and where to find the best deals, and also stay to the end so I can show you guys which ones to avoid so you're not scammed into giving your security deposit to some scammers that are always lurking out there on these websites. So let's get right to it. All right, so let's dive right into it. So the first website that I recommend that you visit if you're looking for rentals is Craigslist. So what you're going to do is go to your search engines and type in Craigslist, and I would put in Vancouver to start. So for this example, we're going to look for a rental place in, let's say, New Westminster. So what you're going to do is find the category housing, and there's apartments and housing field here. This is where you want to click. So there's a couple ways to find rentals here. So there's either searching it in the search bar, the city that you're interested in, and then pulls down a list of homes, or you can search by map view. So let's start with the map view. And if you see, this is where New Westminster is, and you can zoom in and find a bunch of rentals here. Now, New Westminster has predominantly a lot of condos. So if you're interested in getting houses, you can actually filter it by housing type, and you can just put in a house here. Let's say you're interested in a 3-bedroom home, then you might be short of inventory, but there is still some places in the area. So here's one for 2,200, 2,000, and so on. So the other way to search is to just put in, for example, I want to move to Langley. So if I put in Langley here, I'm going to get a list of houses in Langley. So this is where you could find rentals, and let's click here. So here's one for 3,700. You can definitely communicate with the owner that way, or sometimes you got a management company handling this. So yeah, here you can actually see the pictures of the property, some description of it, and to respond to them, you could hit the reply button, and either their phone number will show up or email. So in this case, there's an email address. You just have to reply by email, or you could click one of these Gmail links to go directly to the button to respond to. So this is how we do it, and you can just inquire that way. So Craigslist is the first website that I recommend. Okay, so the next website that I recommend is Facebook. So if you go to Facebook, there is a section here called Marketplace. So that's one way to find stuff in Facebook, or you could go to different rental groups. But right now, let's just go to Marketplace, and you can search property rentals under the categories here. And here you'll find more rental properties. Let's go look for something in Maple Ridge. And here you have rentals. Now, the good thing about Facebook Marketplace is that you are most of the time dealing directly with the owners, and you can just communicate with them by sending them a message. So there's less of a scam than you would find in Craigslist, or scammers, I should say. So this is one way to find rentals on Facebook Marketplace. The other way is that you could just go and join different rental groups. So for example, there's a rental group, Maple Ridge, Pitt Meadows, Langley. You could join this group, and you can talk to people directly here. So, all right, and that's it for Facebook Marketplace. The other website that I would recommend is called Zumper. So I'm going to put Z-U-M-P-E-R, Zumper. Apartments for rent, houses for rent. So now let's say I want to move to, well, I've got Chilliwack here. Let's go Vancouver. You're going to see a list of all these places on Zumper. So another cool map search here that you can search all the different neighborhoods in Vancouver, Richmond, Kitsilano, like everywhere. Richmond, New West, Surrey, Delta. So I believe it covers all over the world, this website Zumper. So here, let's go look at the one listing here. So we got a property here in Burnaby. So I haven't really used this much, but I know you can get an account set up. You can see a lot of data about the rental market in the area, walkability scores, and other nearby rentals. So this is a really, really good website that I was recommended to use from a property management company. And another website, the final one that I would suggest you visit, is called Padmapper. Padmapper.com. So very similar to Zumper. So let's put in New Westminster again, and now you're going to get all these different rentals here. So there's a lot of rentals actually available here. The final bonus website to search is you can just type in here property management. Let's just put in New Westminster again. So you can actually go directly to different property management companies and see what their inventory looks like. So let's look at this one, acdrealty.com. And here you've got different properties available exclusively from that brokerage. So this is one other way to search. All right, so this part we're going to talk about the residential rental scams. So in Vancouver, the vacancy rates are very low, under 1%. So it is a tough market out there for renters trying to find a place. So it's understandable where criminals could see this opportunity as a way for them to scam potential tenants that are desperate to find a place. So I'm going to share with you guys some tips that will help you avoid any kind of scams. So according to CTV News, 43% of ads are fake. So this is something that's really eye-opening. So be careful out there, and I'm going to share with you guys my tips. So here are some ways to identify rental scams. So first way to tell if an ad is fake is that the rents are way too low for the area. They might include all the utilities. They say, well, pets are allowed, no worries. For the area, it seems like it's way too low. So that's the first red flag. All right, so another thing is to make sure you check and analyze all the pictures. So if you notice that the pictures look very off, like it's blurry, or it just looks like it's been taken from maybe a real estate listing. Sometimes these scammers use an actual home that's for sale, or it was for sale a while back, and they're just taking the photos from there. So make sure that's something that you want to analyze, and there's no description in the ad, it's just pictures. So that's one red flag for you. Another huge red flag is that the scammers are saying that they're out of the country. So if you ever get a response back that they're out of the country, and to funnel them some money, cash, or e-transfer or wire transfer, there's another red flag. So be careful for that. Okay, if they say that they want to leave the real estate management companies out of the picture, or that they can't trust the real estate agent, that's another red flag. All right, always, always, always ask to see the apartment. Don't be sending money without seeing the property first. So I know a lot of people are desperate. They just want to secure something because, you know, everything goes pretty fast here. A lot of apartments don't last too long. So make sure you just stay calm and just make sure you have the time to see the property without sending money. So I've had some people messaging me saying that they're coming from out of province and that they want to have their place secured before they arrive. I suggest maybe just go rent a hotel for a bit, and then just when you land here, just look at properties in person and meet the landlords. Another tip is get the address of the property. Go to Google Maps and do a street view. Make sure that it even exists. So whatever address they give you, Google it, look it up on the map view, and make sure that it does exist. All right, and make sure when you go and see the property that you ask for identification from the person that's showing it to you, and let them know that, you know, you just want to be careful. Write down their license plate if they're arriving in a car. But yeah, get their information, check their ID, and then you can also go to the land titles office and ask for a copy of the title to verify that they are the actual owners. Also, be careful about giving too much information. So don't give your SIN numbers out. Don't give out your Visa cards. This is a perfect opportunity for scammers to take advantage and get all the information so they could do identity theft. So be careful for that. Now, just go with your gut feeling. If you find that the process was too easy, they didn't do enough screening or reference checks, that's another red flag. So if they're just willing to give you the rental place without doing their homework, and they're asking for the cash up front, and they're adamant to have the cash right away, that's another red flag. So another thing to look out for is informality. So if they want to just do a handshake deal, they don't want to go through the paperwork, do any leases, they just say, well, just wire me some money and it's yours, then there you go. You better run fast and away from this person. So yeah, so just be careful out there. There's a lot of scammers, as I mentioned. Just some tips for you guys when you're looking at moving to Vancouver, Fraser Valley, or Chilliwack. There are some people out there that are going to take advantage of you. So be careful out there, and wish you all the luck. All right, so I hope you found this video very helpful. Again, I'm a local real estate agent, and if you're thinking about buying or selling your home in the Vancouver, Fraser Valley, or Chilliwack area, don't hesitate to reach out to our team and I by contacting us at 778-655-7999 or visiting our website at searchbcrealestate.com. Again, stay tuned to our next video, and we'll catch you later.